looked at a koala and just thought, "Oh, what a cute, sleepy little bear?" Well, get ready to have your mind blown, because these fluffy marsupials are hiding some seriously astonishing secrets. Today, we re-dive in deep into the world of koalas to uncover 7 facts that will make you see them in a whole new light. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for number 1, it's a real shocker. So, let's start with a classic misconception. Koalas are not bears. Not even distant cousins. The term koala bear is a total misnomer. They're actually marsupials, which means they're more closely related to kangaroos and wombats. Like other marsupials, female koalas have a pouch where their tiny, jellybean-sized newborns, called joeys, develop for about 6 months after birth. So next time you hear someone call them a bear, you can be the expert in the room. Now, let's talk about their famous diet. Koalas are incredibly picky eaters. They almost exclusively eat eucalyptus leaves, which would be a major problem for most other animals. Why? Because eucalyptus leaves are super tough, low in nutrients, and packed with toxins. In fact, they're poisonous to most mammals. But koalas have evolved a specialized digestive system with a super long cecum that is part of the large intestine, which is filled with special bacteria that break down the tough fibers and detoxify the poisons. It's like having a built-in water filter and a personal chef all in one. This extreme diet leads us to our 3rd fact. Their sleepy lifestyle. You might think koalas are just lazy, but their constant napping is a clever survival strategy. Since eucalyptus leaves provide so little energy, koalas have to conserve every bit they can get. They sleep up to 20 hours a day. That's more than a sloth. This isn't laziness. It's a brilliant adaptation to a low-energy diet. They basically live life in power-saving mode. Ready for something a bit weird. Koalas have fingerprints that are almost identical to human fingerprints. Seriously, if you put a koala's fingerprint and a human's fingerprint under a microscope, even experts would have a hard time telling them apart. They have the same loops, whorls, and arches. Scientists believe this helps them grip onto eucalyptus trees as they climb. Imagine a crime scene where the only evidence left behind is a single fingerprint, and the prime suspect turns out to be a very sneaky koala. Okay, let's move on to their social lives, or lack thereof. Koalas are generally solitary animals. They're not exactly the life of the party. They mark their territory with scent glands on their chests, rubbing them against trees to say, "This branch is mine. Back off." However, when it's mating season, things get noisy. Male koalas produce a surprisingly deep bellowing call to attract females and ward off rivals. It's a loud, guttural sound that you would never expect from such a cute-looking creature. It sounds more like a pig grunting or a motorcycle starting up than a fluffy animal looking for love. Here's another fascinating detail you probably didn't know. Koalas don't usually drink water. The name koala is even thought to come from an Aboriginal word meaning no drink. For the most part, they get all the hydration they need from the moisture in the eucalyptus leaves they eat. This is another incredible adaptation to their environment. However, during heat waves or droughts, when the leaves are dry, they are forced to come down from their trees to find water, which can be very risky for them. And now, for the most astonishing fact of all, the one I promised you at the beginning. It's a little gross, but completely fascinating. It's about how baby koalas, or joeys, transition from milk to eucalyptus leaves. Remember how we said those leaves are toxic? Well, a joey's stomach isn't ready to handle them, so how do they prepare? The mother koala produces a special substance called pap. It's a unique form of fecal matter that's soft, runny, and packed with the essential gut bacteria the joey needs to digest eucalyptus. The joey eats this pap directly from its mother. This process, called coprophagy, is nature's way of passing down the microbial toolkit needed for survival. It's a bit strange, but it's absolutely vital for the joey's future. Without it, they'd never be able to eat their one and only food source. So there you have it, 7 unbelievable facts about koalas. They're not just sleepy tree huggers. They're masters of adaptation with unique fingerprints, a poisonous diet, a bizarre bellow, and a very interesting way of preparing their young for the world. It really makes you appreciate just how complex and wonderful nature can be. Unfortunately, these incredible animals are facing serious threats from habitat loss, disease, and climate change. Their populations have declined dramatically, and they are now listed as an endangered species. Organizations around the world are working hard to protect them and their eucalyptus forest homes. Supporting conservation efforts can make a real difference for the future of these iconic marsupials. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed learning about the secret life of koalas, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing animal facts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.